My name is Hannah Magnuson, and this is my ECS 210 final reflection. Going into the classroom, I figured that curriculum was just a document and something that teachers had to follow. But through this class, I discovered this was not the case. Curriculum can be defined as the planned and guided learning experiences and intended learning outcomes formulated through the systematic reconstruction of knowledge and experiences under the supports of the school for the learners, continuous and willful growth in personal and social competence. After many lectures, I figured that this was not the only definition for curriculum. Curriculum is not just a planned learning experiment. It can be seen as a lesson that is taught without any guidance from a document because it can show the growth and development of the student's knowledge. We learned about many different types of curriculum. First, the formal curriculum. This can be defined as a written and official curriculum, the planned program of objectives, content, learning experiences, resources, and assessment offered by a school. The second was hidden curriculum. This can be defined as informal curriculum, the things that students learn in school that are not part of the formal and explicit curricula. The third was curriculum as place. This can be defined as curriculum as grounded in students' experiences in local events and places and more than the formal educational setting. Curriculum is connected to families and communities. And the fourth is the null curriculum. This can be defined as what schools do not teach, can tell an important story about what is and is not valued in school. Within these curriculums, though, there are 4 different ways to approach them. Curriculum as a syllabus to be transmitted, curriculum as product, curriculum as process, and curriculum as praxis. In Kamashiro's article on common sense can be defined as the common knowledge and understanding that we have internalized and that we shape the way we view the world through stories. These stories have told ourselves so many times about what is true, we forget that these are just stories. I think it is important to remember that every student in the classroom will come in with their own common sense that they have learned previously. With this, as teachers, we need to take what they know and find a way to communicate with them, to be open to different ways of learning and knowing. Common sense is an important aspect to bring into the classroom because students will learn that they can approach different life activities in different ways and be able to think on the spot. It is also important to pay attention to common sense, because the students will be able to understand why they are doing the actions caused by common sense. With knowing common sense, the students will be able to develop their understanding into why they are using this approach. This is what will drive the students' behaviors in the classroom, and is what helps them determine what is wrong from right. In a couple of our classes, we talked about the typical stereotypes of schooling and the roles of genders. Growing up, there was a lot of diversity around me in my community, but more specifically at my school, there was little diversity. Many, if not most, of my teachers were white females or white males. During my time at school, we learned about similar people to me, who were middle class with heterosexual families. Although growing up, I was definitely aware of all other cultures, and we did talk a little bit in my classes, but for only short periods of time. I remember growing up, we would work together in the community to create culture fairs that showcase the cultures in the surrounding communities. One major aspect I see myself working against my biases is to first acknowledge that I have some, and to be aware that other people may have the same ones, and that is okay. With working towards an unbiased opinion, this will take me to consider having an open mind to diverse cultures and diverse family structures in the community. When acknowledging one's bias, I can work to start a new path for myself and learn to teach students the importance of everyone's cultures, even if it is outside of my comfort zone. To close everything up, my understanding of curriculum definitely has changed throughout this course. I've learned that sometimes we are going to be put in uncomfortable situations where we have to teach something that is not our strongest area, or we have little to no information on. But this is something I look forward to in my teaching years because every classroom will be different, and it will allow me to experience new things and help me grow and develop my understanding